Do you want to know how to get amazing results for your lawn while saving time and money? Well, we're going to show you how a soil test is critical to achieve this. Just a quick update on current conditions. It's November 9th. We got a cold front coming in tomorrow. We're going to probably start having some freezing weather. The soil temperature is 64 degrees. The air temperature is 70 degrees. So if you haven't gotten that pre-emergent out, the poana's starting to sprout out. You can check our latest short. You can see where the poana is sprouting. I've got a little sample patch where you can see that. Everybody thinks this happens in February, but it starts now. So in our latest video, we covered a soil test and we showed you how to do that, how to send it off. And so now we have our results back. If you're putting out product and you're not doing a soil test, then you're basically just throwing money away, because you could be putting down the wrong product. You could have too much of something in your soil. And so that presents a challenge. So as always, we want to get the best value that we can for our time and money. And we're going to show you how to get the results that you want in your yard without having to spend a fortune on products, because we want to put down exactly what we need. Soil tests are scientific. This is like going to a doctor and saying, hey doctor, I'm sick. And the doctor's like, oh, you need this right now. And the doctor is going to give you a prescription. Well, that's what a soil test is. The soil test says, this is the product that I need to put down on my lawn. So now we're going to cut real quick to our deck. So let's cut to this picture right here. So you can see this is a soil test result that we have right now. This was from my yard originally over 5 years ago. You can see that everything is in pretty bad shape. The main thing is our soil pH is 5.2, so we're starting to trend to the acidic level. You can see that phosphorus is low, potassium's low. We definitely have some issues. We have a low cation exchange capacity, CEC. So in this situation, like, the first step would be to put out lime and then start working on our soil amendments to increase the available nutrients in the soil. The goal is to improve the soil to get it to where it can maintain. So I'm going to cut to the next slide. So we're going to show you another yard that was in pretty bad shape. You can see the soil pH in this one is 4.5, and you can see the phosphorus and potassium is low. And you may be asking, where's the nitrogen on these tests? Well, nitrogen is water soluble, so you can put out nitrogen, and after a period of time, it's going to wash away. So we know that nitrogen is really easy to add. If we needed to, we could add like a straight 2400 or something like that to get what we need to. So we're going to cut to the next one. This in the soil test shows you, for example, that particular yard needed 136 pounds per 1,000 square foot of lime. It gives you some other steps to tell you like what kind of fertilizer, that kind of thing. So we're using all this to build our game plan, to know what products we're going to need for 2026, so we can buy those now before the season starts. We want to buy these products on Black Friday when they're 20 or 30% off. We want to try to get our whole year's worth of what we may need so that we can get all of our products ready, lined up. We've already spent that money. We've gotten the best value for those products. We're getting the best value by putting out what we need on our lawns. So right here is an example of where my lawn was at the start of 2021. You can see that the soil pH is 6.2, and the phosphorus, we have gotten that up into the significant range, and the potassium's up. You can see the calcium has gone up. It's in the excessive range. That's kind of a side effect from putting out all the lime. And you can see that our CECs, which are the soil's ability to hold on to those nutrients and make those be able to be provided to the plant, those have increased. So once again, we're trying to increase the soil that we have. So as we go and look at this one, this is a soil test that I just did in the latest video. So you can see our soil pH is 6.8, so we're getting higher up in the neutral than we kind of want to be, but not bad. You can see that our phosphorus and potassium has gotten higher and our calcium is still excessive. So you can also see that our CECs have increased to 11, which is good. So we're making improvements in the lawn. Now, we don't want to continue with our phosphorus and potassium getting higher. So we have to adjust our program. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. So here is the backyard. So it's pretty similar. You know, the backyard didn't get as many treatments as the front yard this year. It's obvious because the phosphorus and potassium is in the, you know, sufficient range, basically. So this year for my yard, we're going to go with like a 1604 or 2406 with the flagship brand, the flagship fertilizer, or Derby Green, which is a 2002, or 16-00 double dark. That way we're spending money on the nitrogen that we want to put out. We're not wasting money on P and K. So we're not putting out the phosphorus or potassium that we don't need, because it would be a waste of money at this point. So we need to focus on making the nitrogen available this year. We're going to increase the organic matter with a mixture of sand and compost top dressing on the soil. 1, to get it level. 2, to get the compost in there to increase the organic matter. That always helps. Soil tests aren't secrets for the pros. This formulas, these combinations, this is something that anybody can do. It's like baking a cake. We just need the recipe for success, and we're going to help you get there. If you like this, just hit like, subscribe, follow along with us. You can see what we're doing. We're also going to have this particular yard right here, which I'm calling the challenge yard. Nothing's been done with this in years. In this slide right here, you can see that the CECs are low. Soil pH surprisingly isn't bad. Phosphorus is sufficient, and potassium is in the medium range. So this particular yard's not bad, but it doesn't look great. But we're going to show you the video on the challenge yard. We're going to cover that. We're going to follow along with this the whole year for season 2026 to be able to show you what we're going to do with this yard to make improvements. We're going to level it. We're going to put down the mixture of sand and compost. We're going to make improvements to this yard to make this yard look amazing. It's a small little front yard, but we're going to totally transform it